Woman dead, cop injured. A police constable is hospitalized after allegedly fatally shooting his spouse. This happened at their Richmond home in St. Mary on Wednesday evening. The deceased has been identified as 21-year-old infant school teacher Dejani Graham, otherwise called Moya. Preliminary reports are that about 9:15 p.m., the couple was at home when an earlier argument over a phone call Graham had received escalated. The constable, who is assigned to the St. Andrew North Police Division, shot Graham in the head with his service pistol. The cop was also injured in the incident. Graham was pronounced dead while the cop was rushed to the Anata Bay Hospital, where he was admitted in serious but stable condition. Two men shot dead in Mammy Bay, St. Anne. Cops launched search for two suspects. The police are probing the murder of two men in Mammy Bay, St. Anne. The identities of the deceased have not been released. The incident, which happened about 1:20 p.m., caused a major traffic square along the North Coast Highway. Tire skid mark steeped in with what appeared to be blood, and a disabled car in the middle of the highway was the sign of the gruesome crime. The St. Anne police reported that two persons inside the Great Toyota Probox motor car were shot and killed by unknown assailants. Those killed are the taxi driver and the passenger. Police have not established a motive for the double murder. Based on preliminary reports, four men, including the driver, were aboard the taxi. Upon reaching Mammy Bay, two passengers asked to be let off at the intersection of Greenwich Acres. The two men who exited the vehicle reportedly brandished guns and opened fire on the driver and the other passenger, killing them before fleeing the area. Police were summoned and the roadway was cornered off to allow the processing of the crime scene. Traffic was being diverted through Greenwich Acres. Government ordered to pay $120 million to man imprisoned 50 years without trial. The Supreme Court of Jamaica has ordered that the state pay $120 million to George Williams, the man who spent 50 years in prison and 42 years without a review. The judgment was handed down by Justice Sonny Blair a few months ago. Williams is to receive $42 million for vindicatory damages and close to $79 million for compensatory damages. 5 years ago, Williams, who is now 76 years old, walked out of prison as a free man. When he was 20 years old, he was arrested and charged with the murder of a man in July 1970. He was declared unfit to plea, but was still held in prison. Cops killed 64-year-old alleged gang leader in East Kingston. An alleged gang leader was shot dead during a police operation along Bergen Avenue in Rollington Town, East Kingston on Thursday morning. The dead man has been identified as 64-year-old Christopher Murray, otherwise called Muslin, who police said was the leader of the Burger Gully gang. An illegal firearm was taken from the now deceased during the incident, the police noted. Information is that the police were conducting an intelligence-led operation in the community in search of firearms when the incident occurred. It was reported that around 6 a.m., the police knocked on a door and Murray immediately opened fire at the lawmen. The fire was returned and Murray was hit in the upper body. He reportedly fell and police seized the illegal gun, a .38 revolver containing 4 live rounds and 2 spent casings. Murray was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where doctors pronounced him dead. $6.7 billion investment. Caribbean Cement Company on Thursday officially commissioned a $6.7 billion debottleneck project at its Rockford plant in Kingston, a development that the managing director George said has significantly enhanced local cement production and supplied Jamaica's infrastructure and housing demands. The clean expansion project, described by the manager as one of the largest and most transformative investments in recent history, is set to increase clinker production, improve operational efficiency, and reduce the country's reliance on imported cement. 3 years ago, we committed to increasing our production capacity, also to reduce our environmental impact and for sure to meet entire growing demand of Jamaica. Today I am proud to say that we have fulfilled, we can say mission accomplished on that promise. This exemplifies our full commitment to Jamaica, to our people, and the collaboration and determination that our people have to our beloved country, stated the manager to the guests at the launch ceremony. He explained that the debottleneck project includes the installation of advanced systems such as new main house, a solid fluid dosing system with a storage cellar, two fire suppression system, an inerter system, upgraded porous ducts, a new compressed air system, and a redesigned chimney. The manager noted that these improvements not only ensure greater reliability but also support environmental sustainability. This is crucial for both carbon cement and Jamaica, and definitely these types of projects will support that productivity, collaborating with better infrastructure projects for roads to housing and to commercial development, and very importantly, that will help us to operate in a more sustainable way through advanced technologies that will reduce emissions and optimize our use of energy, he stated. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, in his keynote address, noted that the cement is fundamental to the country's development and highlighted the challenges Jamaica has faced in the past when the supply could not keep pace with demand. When local demand for cement outpaced supply, as has increasingly been the case, we are forced to import, adding cost, creating delays, and increasing our dependence on external supply chain. These vulnerabilities have only been exacerbated by recent global disruptions from the pandemic-related logistics breakdown in inflationary pressures and geopolitical tension, he noted. He further noted that the project is expected to alleviate these vulnerabilities by reducing Jamaica's dependence on imported cement and enabling quicker, more cost-effective delivery of material for critical construction projects. We cannot house our people if the fundamental inputs like cement are constrained by outdated or outstretched production capacity, and this is the link between industrialization and social transformation. When we invest in factories, we invest in our families. When we strengthen our productive capacity, we strengthen our national development. And this project does more than support housing. So for us to start to really make an impact, we must increase the pace at which our industrial development, and carb cement is a critical element to this, stated Holness. He also acknowledged the national significance of the investment, linking it directly to government's broader development agenda. This is a strategic investment for Jamaica, and indeed, I would say that this is a partnership that we must ensure that the partnership works and that partnership lasts. We can't rebuild the communities of Central Kingston, of Harbourview, the entire Kingston. We can't rebuild those communities that are now in urban blight without a properly functioning cement corporation in Jamaica that can deliver the cement at an affordable price with greater efficiency, he noted. Holness further stressed that the commissioning of the project represents more than just corporate progress, highlighting its tangible impact on originating Jamaica and national economic resilience. So to the people of Jamaica, what we do today may seem like a corporate affair, but it will soon be felt, if not been felt already, in everyday life. It will be seen in the speed at which housing is built, in the cost of housing, and it will be evident in the projects created, he noted. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.